Speech off.
Hey, beautiful souls. We are back.
Hey. You are with the Shades of Pride with Vic
and Rena.
All right, y'all. It has been an eventful week. Eventful weekend, eventful everything. We really hope that everybody has had a great 4th of July weekend. Hope that you guys got to have some good food and just spend time with family or whatever you did. Rather that was sitting at home watching TV or sitting at home reading a book.
Yes, so I hope that all of you had a great holiday, however you spent it. Even if you were alone or you were at Venice Beach.
Oh, hey.
I've always wanted to go to Venice Beach. So I hope that you guys are doing well. And I guess Lady A wants to talk too because she's rudely interrupted me with her loudness.
Right.
But I hope you guys are doing well. And we are back with another episode.
Yes.
Now y'all just have us now. There's no guests.
Yeah, y'all just have us this week, y'all. We have a few lineup guests here coming up soon. I think what we are going to shoot for is we're going to try to shoot for at least two guests a month, just so that way we can keep it entertaining and, we provide you guys information and, just having some cool people on the podcast, y'all. Now we're going to try to make this episode good. I mean, I don't know if we can top after what we just had last week.
I know, right?
Right.
No, that was, Pride Month in general. We had some pretty cool, look at me, can't talk. Pretty cool guests, don't you think?
Yes, I think we did. We had some great ones. So I know that a lot of people checked out that episode, and I hope that we gained some great fans.
Yes,
I hope that you guys have learned a lot from all the Pride guests that we had. Don't forget to check them all out. We started out with Jess from Maryland. She's a really good friend. Yes. You can always go back and start our Pride episodes over. I know she was talking about fertility, coming out in college, just being a lesbian. How it was back then. Also, just family dynamics. Mm-hmm. And
we also had our besties.
Yes,
we had a Q&A with the besties, which was very fun.
Yes, we
did.
Yes,
their names are Brandy and Andrea.
They were awesome and amazing. Brandy also has a blog that you can follow, and that is in the show notes for that episode. So go back, check out that episode as well. Share it, like it, and review if you would like.
Yes.
We have them all on all the platforms, and then we ended
last but not least, we had Mr. Christopher Walker, which is Chef Christopher.
And he talked about his journey and all he does with the community and just his journey, overcoming grief and overcoming a lot of obstacles. And so that's just recapping over our Pride episodes, and go back and check them out. Hopefully you all love them and gather some information from them. So anyways, what we're gonna do, we are going to check in with each other like we always do, kind of give a recap of what we did and what we've been doing, and then we will go into the episode.
Yes.
So beautiful wife, you are gonna start today.
Okay, so my weekend was very busy, productive, and fun, I must say. We started the 4th. Well, actually, I started celebrating on the 3rd. I think I caught up on Days of Our Lives. And then the 4th, we started a tradition. It will be a year, July 9th, that we've lost my father-in-law. And one of his last requests was to go to the casino. So now we try to make this a tradition thing. So me, my mother-in-law, my beautiful wife, our niece, and my brother-in-law, we all went. And no, I didn't win. I wish I did.
Right?
I didn't win. I didn't win a doggone thing. I won $9.
Oh, wow. But you know what though, y'all? She was playing on the penny machine, I think it was, and she stayed on that thing for like 2 or 3 hours, and she kept going up and down. So
I did.
She made it.
Stopped at 30. Like,
yeah,
I should have been like, okay, I'm done.
And she was a new card member there, so they gave her $10. Just to bet on her free play. So that was good. I was trying to get that, but they found me. So I didn't get the free. They didn't give me free play. They just gave me another card, but that's good. I got me a new card.
And then what did we do on Saturday?
Saturday.
Oh my God, I can't remember. What did we do on Saturday?
I had to work. You went with my mom to get her haircut, and y'all went and had lunch.
Yeah, that's right. I went with my mother-in-law to go get her haircut, and then we had a really cool Uber driver there. Mm-hmm. And back, and then we had lunch at this Mexican restaurant that was right by her hair place, and so it was really good, and I love their nachos. That's what I had. And then we brought love some cheese enchiladas. I never got feedback on that. Did you like it? Was it?
No, you brought me back enchiladas. Oh yeah, the enchiladas. Yeah, the enchiladas were great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I think we just hung out. Yeah, we hung out. We jammed, listened to music because my mother-in-law went out for a bit. And so we actually had some drinks and just chilled. So and she had boudin.
And I had boudin. I was craving boudin.
And
so
for those who don't know what boudin is, it is a Cajun Creole food.
Yes.
In Louisiana. And what it is, it's like a sausage link with extra skin, but inside of this is like rice and meat. It's like dirty rice stuffed in a sausage.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's the way to describe it.
Yeah, it's really good. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, that's kind of what we did. Well, that's what she did.
And then we helped out at the Virtual Lions Club.
Yes, so we helped out. We went on Sunday because the ACB convention was locally here in Dallas, and yay, go ACB!
Yay!
And we were able to go up there, and we volunteered at the DFW Virtual Lions table, and we worked along with Laurel and a couple of other people that were there, a friend of ours. And yeah, it was fun. We got to meet a bunch of different people. We actually got a sign up. Yay!
Yeah, we did. And, we got a lion.
We got a lion, and yeah, so we had a great time. Love always giving back and serving the community. So
yes.
It was a great time.
That's what we stand for. And then we went back to work today.
Yes. We were very busy this past weekend. It didn't really feel like we had a break.
A weekend though.
So yeah. But my weekend was kinda like her weekend. So obviously, she kinda pretty much said what I did. My week was good at work. My elbow's still bothering me. I'm having to probably go get it checked out because it's just excruciating pain sometimes. And I started a challenge with my bestie.
Yes,
and, again. But it's just low key. I was just picking on her, and she actually fell for it.
It's
so
gonna start off low key.
It's all right. We're just chilling. I don't want to kill her.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to kill her, so I'm giving her some slack a little bit, letting her just play with her hair a little bit,
She might hear this.
It's okay. She can hear it. No, but so yeah, that's what we did, and I went to work Saturday morning, and she like she said, she went with my mom, and then with my mom and got her hair cut and stuff, and so I was working while she was doing that. And then came home and just chilled with my wife. I just really wanted to be with her because I knew we were going to have a busy week. And yeah. So that's what we did.
Also, I had lunch with my niece and my brother-in-law because beautiful wife was ready to gamble.
Yeah, my mom
And
was. We weren't hungry. Yeah, we weren't hungry. Everywhere Sharina goes, she's hungry. So we weren't hungry. So we went. Me and my mom went and gambled a little bit.
That's
so.
okay. I ate good food.
But I can say that the older I've gotten, I cut out on the gambling, I guess, as much. Like I go, I have fun, but I don't want to give my money away. So that's crazy. I guess I grew up a little bit. All right, so that is that. We're going to go ahead and take care of some business real quick since we kind of did our check-in. So, Love, you want to let them know
Sure,
if we have any new listeners out there, or if you are a current listener and you don't remember, you can follow us.
You can follow us. We have a handle on YouTube as well as a Facebook page. And their name, the name is Vic and Rena.
No, the Shades of Pride with Vic and Rena.
The Shades of Pride with Vic and Rena.
Yes.
And so that is on YouTube and Facebook. I was about to say the email.
Yes, so the Shades of Pride with Vic and Rena. You can follow us on Facebook, like the page, share it as well. Bring a listener. We might do some contests here shortly. We have a couple of things that we kind of want to give away. You can also follow us on YouTube and, like and share the YouTube channel as well. And also, you can follow us or you can shoot us an email at shadesofpridepod@gmail.com. That's a way to reach out to us if you want to be a guest on our show. If you want to give us feedback, if you want to say hello, if you want a certain topic for us to talk about, or if you have questions that you want to ask us, feel free to shoot us an email, or you can give us a call or shoot us a text at 682-730-2001. We won't answer the phone, but you can leave a voicemail, shoot us a text, and we'll be glad to respond to you all. And that's also, like I said, if you want to be a guest, that is, we would love for y'all to reach out. I appreciate everyone who has reached out.
Yes.
And we look forward to networking with you all. Even if you want to become a lion, reach out to us, and we'll be glad. Well. I could send you the application. I could let you know a little bit about our Lions Club. It is a virtual Lions Club. It's the DFW Virtual Lions Club. And you could be a lion from anywhere. So you could reach out. And right now, I think one of our new service projects, I just got word, y'all. A little lion let me know that our service project, I think our very first service project, is going to be assisting the School for the Blind in Africa for children, and we're going to help serve them. So we're going to be collecting any used tech items that you guys have, any things that you may have laying around. Reach out to us. We'll be glad to get that over, and I think that's what's going to be our first service project with our Lions Club. So hey,
that's awesome.
So yeah, you want to serve, make a difference, reach out to us. So all right, y'all, that is the business. Love.
All right, so we're gonna get into this episode. My love says she doesn't want to make this a long thing.
Well, no, it could be long.
I was gonna.
No, it's not gonna. What I mean, not long, is we're gonna talk. So
yeah,
what we're gonna do, I guess what we want the month of July. July is disability. It's a Disability Pride Awareness Month. So last month was Pride. This month is Disability Awareness Month. So we want to, do that. Feel free to just spread awareness about your disability, about just doing things to give back to the community, and just show out and do what you can do and how you accomplish your life, But what I want to do for the month of July is, as I mentioned in our last episode, if you have not listened, I want to do a spotlight on small businesses, preferably blind owned, or if you're legally blind, visually impaired, whatever, or any other disability that you may have. Any small business, whatever you do, I would love for y'all to reach out. And like I said, we would love to keep it at like two or three. We have one already scheduled, so yes. Reach out. Whether your small business is assistive tech, whether it's Sensi, whether it's travel, whether whatever you do to promote yourself, we want you. You could be an author. Let's come out here, talk to us, so we can reach out to the audience and just spotlight that. As y'all know, I am a small business owner, and I have the honor to sit down with this beautiful, beautiful lady, y'all. Like, feel like I'm sitting down with Michelle Obama over here. So, that's who I'm sitting down with, and she is going to tell you what she is going to do.
Well, thank you. That's very flattering. I wish I was like Michelle Obama. She's very ambitious and indulgent and all the things. So I take that as a compliment. So we're going to shed some light on some small business. She told you that's what we're promoting this month. But we could not kick this month off without interviewing one of our own. So I am going to interview her and ask her, how did she get started in a small business? So let's get into it.
Hey.
So when you first, what clicked in your head, first of all? Because you have to go through your journey, right, to get to the moment of you wanting to do a small business. So let's take it all the way back. What made you be like, hey, I think massage therapy is where I want to go?
So, I tell this story. I always do like a small version of the story, especially with all my clients, because that's what they ask me all the time. So, what made you get in massage? How long you been in massage? All these questions, right? So, honestly, y'all, I went to school. I'm going to take it way back. So, when I got out of high school, I went to college. Wasn't feeling it, but I was still there. I was just taking classes. Didn't know what I wanted to do. All I know is that when I was little, I always wanted to be a WNBA player. Wanted to play basketball. But I knew that was a dream that would never happen because, obviously... one, I was short. Two, I was visually impaired. So there was no way I was getting my sight back. So that dream was gone. But, always was competitive, and that's what I wanted to do. So I was also, my second dream was to be a lawyer. Didn't know what kind of lawyer, but I wanted to be a lawyer. So I went to college and finally kind of got serious a little bit in my early 20s and got my criminal justice degree.
Yay.
So I did that. And,
Nancy Grace.
So I did that, and then something clicked when I was, I want to say I hit 30. And I was like, I need to get serious. I want to provide, for family, whatever. I want to be, I just wanted to be established is the word. So I ended up, and that's when I was finishing my criminal justice degree. I wanted to be a lawyer. So I was like, even if I want to go to law school, I need to have something under my belt so I can have a career to help me get through school. I was working at an insurance agency and just doing in and out jobs, but I wanted something secure. So I ended up saying that law school was not my cup of tea. I couldn't sit down and defend someone if they hurt someone, and I couldn't prosecute someone and put them away if they didn't do it.
So you just couldn't do neither one of those.
No. And then I couldn't, I swear I'm ADHD. So I couldn't see myself sitting behind a computer all day, every day. I couldn't see myself looking up files and doing research all day, every day. So I just put that to the side. I ended up getting a gift card to a massage for my birthday. I loved the massage. It was the best thing ever. And I asked the lady, like, what do you got to do to go to massage school?
Okay.
And so she told me, like, you know, it's like 500 hours. You got to do school for like 6 months to a year. I was like, oh, I can do this, you know? And I started doing research, and I had went to a massage school. Oh, well, not massage school. I had went to TSB back in 98, and they did a little summer work program, and it was part of it was massage.
Oh, sweet.
And so a lot of our friends, we were doing massages, but, you know, they taught us a little bit, but not everything. And all of them were like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go get a massage. Yeah, I'm going to go be a massage therapist. So, like, 2 or 3 of them did. And they all stopped. And then some of them went back. And I was like, oh, okay. I went to the first school. It wasn't good.
Uh-huh.
You have to... Here, back then it wasn't TWC, it's DARS, so it's the vocation rehabilitation.
That's just like they call the ones in Louisiana. Yeah, they all got their different breed.
Yeah, so they will pay for you to go to the massage school, but they want you to go to the massage schools that they want you to go to, and they want you to go to and make sure that you finish it, right? So... Mm-hmm. I went to one, I did research, and I went there because everybody said, oh, it's a good school. They work with everybody. It's good. I went for 3 weeks. They didn't have my books.
Oh, no.
He was giving answers to everybody.
Oh, no. No, ma'am.
So I told my counselor, I was like, I'm not doing this. He's not helping. I'm not learning. So you have to advocate for yourself. So I ended up going to another school. I went to Sterling Health Center in Dallas here and did research. I talked to everybody. I talked to the teachers, the instructors. I sat in the class and I went there.
Awesome.
And so I knew that I wanted to make a difference. And once I did my research and I started my schooling, I just never looked back.
Now, before you got into massage, like, I know that you got gifted one for your birthday,
Mm-hmm.
but were you the type to, like, give massages to your family and friends anyway, even before, or this was just kind of like, this is not sudden, but, like, after you got your massage, you were like, hey, I think I want to do this?
You know, I was never the type to, like, give any of my family members massages. If I did, I don't remember at all. So you might ask my mom, but I don't think so. Yeah, no, I was never the type of person to rub on nobody. I wasn't rubbing my girlfriends. I wasn't.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. You never got a little romantic, candles lit, everything with the
I may have
massage oils.
I may have, but I don't remember. No.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Because, you can keep it real with me. I'm your wife now, so it don't matter what you did in the past.
Yeah, no, I really don't remember. Now, when I was in massage school, then yes.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
But outside, before that, no. Maybe, like, my ex-boyfriend, one time, like, a couple of times, because we went to TSB together. And so we would, like, massage each other sometimes, but that's it.
Got you for, like, practice.
Yeah, but that was it.
Okay. Yeah, because I know, like, when I was younger, and I always tell you, I don't like touching people. I don't like touching strangers.
Right.
But I know, like, when I was younger, I'd say in my teenage years, I would, like, if my friends had, like, something wrong with their shoulder, I would do this or something like that. Like, I never massage nobody with their clothes off, though.
Right. Right.
But that's cool. So when you went to school, like, when you went to school, what was the game changer? Was your instructor accommodating? Did you have to work extra hard, say, after school?
So once I got enrolled and I started going to school, back then, that was in 2014, so I had, like, all I had was my laptop and I think my phone. That was it. That's all I had. I did have a Victor reader, and that was it. That's all I had. My books were on my laptop, everything. I didn't have a note taker at the time. I didn't get the note taker till afterwards. And I had a really good, actually I had three really good instructors, but two like tops. And the one that did my massage classes, he was really cool. So like I said, I went through TWC or DARS. They made accommodations. I fought for me to have extra tutoring hours. So I made them pay for extra tutoring hours because my instructor told me, like, you're going to need this because, you know, what we learn in class, they weren't able to like stop and like show me everything.
Right.
They did when they could, but there was stuff like, you know, they were showing muscles, they were showing bones, they were showing all these things that were so visual. And yeah, they had a skeleton, but for him to, he wanted to make sure that I had one-on-one time. So I did put a lot of hours in after school. Like, I would stay after school, I would go before school. So then that way I can learn. And then I was always the demo. When they were teaching us new techniques, I was always the one on the table first with the instructor so I could learn everything.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
okay.
So that school was very, very, very good. And I think that if anybody is looking for a massage school or wants to think about giving massage a try, my thing would be to advocate for yourself. Make sure you get a lot of one-on-one time because that will make sure that you can learn everything.
That's sweet. I was going to ask you, like, would you recommend that school to anyone who is visually impaired and totally blind who wants to learn massage? And you pretty much answered that.
Yes.
So let's fast forward. So you graduate. You graduate. You start working in spas. What made you say, hey, I think I want to make this my career. I think I want to turn it into a business?
Yeah, so and I'm going to go back real quick. So once you finish your schooling, like, you have internship hours. In Texas, it's 50 hours. In different states, it's different hours. Texas, you have to have 500 hours to be licensed. And you also do have to take a state test in order to get your license.
Okay.
And you have to renew those license every 2 years. If you let them lapse, then you have to pay fees. And then in the state of Texas, you can't be a massage therapist without having your license. And that's in all states, I believe, other than Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So there is, you know, and you have to take CEs every 2 years. And you don't want to stop at massage school. Like, you want to be different. You know, being a massage therapist is like having a fast food restaurant. Everywhere you go, there's one on every corner, right?
Right.
So yeah, but
so you want to be unique and you want to stay up to date.
Yes. So to answer your question, I went to a spa. It was it used to be called Massage Green out here in Texas, and they still have them, but not here in Texas too much. They're based out of Michigan. So I went there. That was my first ever massage job. I liked it. I remember walking in and I was just nervous. One thing about it is when you're blind, you're visually impaired, you know, we have to fight to get jobs, right?
Yes.
I got tired. That's one thing too. I got tired of always just having to prove myself to people. Yeah. I got tired of having to show them jaws. I got tired of having to like be told no all the time and always just have to be good enough or compete or know what to say, or having people look at you because you're blind and like, oh, well, how are you going to do this job? I got tired of that. And being a massage therapist, it's like a no-brainer, right? Like, our interview is basically giving a massage.
Yeah.
You do have to have great personal skills, customer service skills.
Right.
You got to be a good salesperson because you got to sell yourself. If you can sell, you have to be a good massage therapist because you're selling yourself,
Yes.
right? So I worked at a spa for 6 months. And then during that 6 months, I was like, I think I want to own my own business. I want to do my own massage business. I don't want to have to come into a spa, work with people. I just want to be able to just do this. And what made that happen was because I became very popular at this spa. A lot of people were wanting to book with me. And at these spas, they will give the best therapists all the new clients, right? Because they want all the new clients to go to them because they want them to sign up for a membership.
Yes.
Right? So, I only could see so many new people because then I have repeat customers who want to get in with me.
Exactly.
Right? And a lot of my really good loyal customers were coming to me when they can get in and they were like, oh my God, like I've been trying to get in with you for weeks and they keep telling me that you're busy. And I'm like, well, I have been, but it's only because it's all new people.
Yeah.
So I kind of got tired of that. I got tired of having to do that. And I realized like they were just using me. So I'm like, you know what? Like I want to do my own thing. So that 6 month mark, I was starting to look for spa offices. Yeah, so I didn't know what I was doing. I did research, started researching offices, and then I just took a plunge and
took off, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that is wonderful. So did you, when you first started your business, did you already have clientele? Or did you have to build all that up? And
so
how do you go looking for new clients?
So, I didn't know anything. I obviously didn't quit the massage place until I knew I had enough clients to quit. Mm-hmm. Because I still had to pay my bills, right? So
yeah, of course. You couldn't just say, you know what, forget it, I'm walking out.
Right. Even though I wanted to. So I made sure that I had at least I think I at least made sure I had at least a good 10 regulars that followed me.
Okay.
From the massage place.
Okay.
And then after that, I started looking at different marketing strategies like Groupon. I did not know how to work Groupon at the time. And that'll be another episode for another day.
Yes.
There's going to be a sneak peek coming up shortly. But I knew Groupon was like a free marketing service. They take half, you take half. But there's ways to work it to where it benefits you. And that's where I'm going to leave that. Okay. But at the time, I didn't know none of that. I learned that after dealing with a business coach. And she taught me how to use Groupon to my advantage.
Oh, sweet.
So
you had a business coach as well.
I ended up getting a business coach when I moved to Pennsylvania, honestly. Right. So that was 2 years after I had graduated. Yeah, because I had started my business in Texas. I graduated massage school in 2015. And I had my own business in Texas for a year, and then I moved. I moved to Pennsylvania. Yeah, so when I was in Texas, I started this whole thing, Groupon. I moved offices twice. And I remember getting Groupon going on Mother's Day weekend. I didn't know shit about it. Oh my God. I remember I was just slammed. I didn't even know. I didn't know what I was doing. All I know is I started this thing. People were calling my phone.
I
was so busy that I had to have someone else was answering my calls, booking my appointments for me because I was so busy that I I didn't have time to do all that. And I was overwhelmed. I didn't know how to do it. But I just did it.
Well, you made it out.
I made it out.
Hey, that was a good way to get your name out there.
I did.
I swear it's still like that for you to this day.
Yes, but now I know how to work it.
But now you're not so, well, sometimes you get overwhelmed. But
Yes, you get overwhelmed.
You're not so stressed to the point where it's like, okay,
Right.
I don't know, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
So your business coach was a game changer. What made you say, hey, just for people who starting their business and they think, hey, I'm going to just plunge in head first, no matter what it is, no matter if it's a sales job or a massage therapist. What made you say, you know what, I think I might need some help in certain areas?
Well, because I knew that I was never, business was never my thing. I didn't go to business school.
Right.
I didn't have any guidance. And, they say now I know that, it's never too much to ask for help, right?
No, it's not.
Because someone out there, one thing I learned from my business coach, and was locally here in Dallas, and I was in Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
At the time, so that was really cool. So what she told me was someone out there has done this already for you. So all you have to do is learn, find them, and ask them questions. Because somebody already has the platform laid out there for you. So talk to them and network and figure out if it's going to work or is it not going to work. Ask questions because we don't always have the answers.
No, we don't.
And so but what made me look for it was I was just looking along on Facebook, on YouTube, and I was in this massage class, and they back then they were doing sales marketing. They were doing back then it was just Facebook really, and they were doing massage packets for massage therapists where we could do posts on our business Facebook pages. I mean, they would already have all of the articles for us, the images. All we had to do was copy paste and put them out there so we could promote ourselves. So that's what she did. And then they did live calls every Monday. It was Monday Coffee. We would talk, we would do all these things. She would do lives and so yeah, that's who I followed. That was in 2018 because I had moved to Pennsylvania in 2016. So it was 2018. So it was 2 years after it was probably a year after I moved there. Is when
2017?
Yes.
Okay. That is awesome. So your business, I just wanted to dive a little bit into this if you don't mind. So your business really started booming in Philly, right?
Yes.
Okay. I know that was the highlight of your life. Could you share a memory of, and you don't have to disclose a client's name or whatever, but just your clientele and how different they are from, other experience of when you worked in Dallas, or how your clients were just a funny moment, or just a regular, you had some good clientele. So could you tell us a story about one of them, or how you had rapport and regulars? And
yeah, so I'll kind of give a couple of stories because Philly is where my business and my career took off, but I have to give it all to my clients in Texas.
Awesome.
They're the ones that I feel they're my day ones, right? I wouldn't be here where I'm at today if it wasn't for them back in 2015. So
shout out.
So shout out to my clients from Texas. I have off the top of my head, I have 3.
Okay.
that really, really like just, I don't know, they just like stole my heart. I treat them like, they treat me like family, and I treat them like family.
Yes.
And
yes.
I even have them on my Facebook, and like even when I left, like, you know, they followed me. They followed me from my spa to my business here in Texas.
Oh.
And then when I was going to leave Texas, they were just like, oh, they were so sad.
Oh.
You know, but
I remember one of them saying, like, I'll pay for you to come back and you can give me a massage. I'll put you back on the flight. And you can...
yeah, that's what they said. And they I don't know, like, even when I left to go to Pennsylvania, and when I came back, I would always come visit my mom and dad, like, at least once or twice a year.
Uh-huh.
And every time I came back, I went to their house and gave them massages. And so, like, they didn't even see anybody else until I came back. And then now I came back, and now I've only seen them like twice. But but there's another, so that's a family. It's a wife and a husband, and I could say their name. So Miss what's her name? Miss Regina. So she was really cool. Yes. She loved my mom. She got to know my family. Like, she was just awesome. And I remember just every time, like, when we would talk, like, even at the spa, like, I'm surprised they didn't kick us out, because she was just like, I don't know, she was the highlight of my day. Every time I saw her on my schedule, she was the highlight of my day, because we would sit there. She reminded me of my mom. She was crazy. She loved to talk. She loved to joke around, and it was just a rapport. Like,
oh yes.
And then she
love those.
And then she got her husband to come, and he was a little bit more quieter, but he was cool. His name was David.
Okay.
He was cool. And then there was another lady named Alicia.
Okay.
And she's Hispanic. She was really cool. She was and the reason why I say she was Hispanic, because every time she would come, I met her at the spa first, and then she started to come to my office, and then when I moved to Philly, I would just go to her house when I came back, and then she came and saw me. She even came and saw me after we moved back here.
Oh, really?
But every time she would come, she would always bring me Mexican tacos. She would always bring me chorizo tacos or potato tacos, homemade tortillas.
That's a client you want.
Right.
Bring me food, honey.
So those are my Texas clients.
Okay.
And they're still my day ones. And
that is so awesome.
And then a story about them is all of my Texas clients in 1 year helped me get my massage table. Like, you know, so working for them, you know, they paid me, and I got got my nice fancy massage table. So,
and it is nice.
And then I went to Pennsylvania, and I had my business there for, I guess, 4 or 5 years.
And I know I asked you a question. So in PA, did you have to start all? Well, of course you had to start all over, but did you have to go back to school? Did you have to renew your license? Oh,
okay. So what you have to do is you have to apply for license in every state you go to.
Oh, okay.
You have to get relicensed.
You have to get relicensed.
So I had, my license was tri-state, because I left here, went to Arkansas, and I thought I was going to work in Arkansas. So I got my license in Arkansas for a couple of months, but I never got a job there because I just was coming back and forth to Texas and just still seeing my clients. So I did that, and then I had to go to Pennsylvania, and for Pennsylvania, I did have to do an additional 100 hours of massage because they asked for 600 hours.
Okay.
So I did the 100 hours while I was still here in Texas. So when I was in Pennsylvania, all I had to do is apply for their state license, and then that it's a process, and all you do is just fill out paperwork, and transfer your license to Pennsylvania. But I knew that I did not want to let my Texas license go. So I just had to renew them when I moved back here with you. But so yeah, so
awesome. That's
yeah.
Awesome. So do you have 3 favorite clients in Philly, or one that you might keep in touch with, or one that reaches out to you? Or
so I have, man,
I think you had a lot in Philly. You had they loved you.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah, they loved me in Pennsylvania. I mean, those people, I mean, if I could have retired then, that I would have retired then, because they loved me. Like, clients would bring me coffee, clients would, sponsor, like, I would give their organizations gift cards and, just things like that. But I had, if I had to narrow it down from 10 to 3, I would say yes. I would have Mr. Robert. He is a surgeon.
Okay.
Andrea in Philly.
Yes, I know her.
Yes, yeah. Andrea. And who else? Miss Renee.
I love her.
Miss Renee and Miss Ricky. So that's about 4. That's 4 off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I got about 10 or 12.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Donald, he was my day one. Mr. Donald was my day one. He was my jazz guy.
Aww.
He was my very first client to follow me from the place that I worked to my office. He was my first one to help open my doors. And he was the last I saw, honestly.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, but yeah, they, these people, they kept me afloat when we had the pandemic. When I had to shut my doors down for the pandemic, I still had my business, but they weren't allowing us to massage. Robert wanted to take me home and put me in his basement and keep me there.
You can wear a mask, just come out and massage.
Yeah, him and his wife. So we had that, but like the pandemic hit and everybody was like, what are we going to do? And they still wanted to make sure though that I was taken care of. So like
Aww.
These people,
they cared.
Yeah, they cared. They
cared.
During that time, they said, you know what? Continue to charge my card. Like if I'm seeing you, because I need you to make sure that you still can survive.
Oh,
and
now that is sweet.
Yeah. So yeah,
because most people wouldn't even care. They'd be
right.
Like, well, I'm not seeing you, so don't charge me.
Right. A lot of people would be that way.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah.
Oh, so that. I love those stories. So we're gonna wrap it up. I just have one more. I said that the last time.
Mm-hmm.
I have one more question. Do you see yourself retiring in the near future or doing something different, or you could never fully give up massage?
I told people I was gonna retire when I was 40, and I'm 42 now. Life happened, and that was not possible. But yeah. I feel like so I've been doing massage for 10 years now. And
yeah, we celebrated that.
Yeah, that was 10 years back in March.
Yes.
So that was 10 years. And am I tired of running my own business? Yes. I'm tired of...
You have a stepson that wants to run it for you.
Yeah. What my goal is if I could honestly find me a great massage therapist who could take over and I could like manage it, or if I could open like a small little studio with maybe like 3 therapists and then I just run it and maybe do massage maybe twice a week, then I would do that. But yeah, I am thinking in the near future I I am looking at getting rid of the spa because I don't want to work there anymore.
Right.
Because I told myself that I would not work for no one anymore, but I'm having to do that to make sure that, finances stay good. So what I want to do is replace that job with something else and do my business kind of like part-time instead of full-time, because I don't want to do my business full-time. And if I do it full-time, I would like to work there like 3 days a week and then do something else.
Gotcha.
Because when I was in Philly, I was to the point where I was so successful that I was only working 4 days a week, and I was only doing like 12 hours of massage a week, and I was making what I wanted to make. So I would say 12 to 20 hours a week.
Is that a goal to get back there? Or are you now just looking for something different?
I would love to get there. But also I want to look for something different because my body's taking a toll. I don't want to be 65, 70 years old still massaging, but I love it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could give it completely up. I just love healing people. I love seeing the difference. I love seeing results. And yeah, I love what I do.
And you can tell by the way you talk about it.
Yes.
So, do you have like words of encouragement to anyone who is blind or visually impaired or low vision who wants to go into massage or whatever business? Do you have any encouraging words for them?
Yeah, my words is I love what I do. I hear so many people out there that just say, oh, it's just a job, or, oh, I can't wait till I get off of work. I can't wait. Oh, I'm dreading this weekend. I don't want Monday to come. Or Monday comes and they're like, I'm just tired of my boss. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I really don't want to do this job, blah, 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 blah. I feel sorry for those people.
Yeah.
Because I wake up every day and the only reason why I don't want to go do what I want to do is because my body hurts, right? But once I get there, like today, I felt like crap this morning. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I got 8 hours of work booked. But once I got there in my office, I was like, you know what? Bet. These people, they need the work. And so I love what I do. And so if you are thinking about what can I do, especially in this time, do research. Don't just full force. If you have a job, don't just quit it.
No.
Do research. If there's something that you want to do, such as massage, or even if it's any other type of business you want to run, do the research, do the studying, do what you need to do to get to that point. Better yourself. If there's skills that you need to do, right now, I know that I want to get into assistive tech, or I might want to get into, I want to maybe mentor people who want to go to massage school, or I might want to mentor people who want to start their own business. But being a massage therapist, I'm not as tech savvy as I used to be, because before massage, I was a nerd, right? So I need to freshen up on my jaw skills. I need to freshen up on, Microsoft, all these things. So if you want to do that, then do that. Better your skills. Do what you need to do so you can reach those goals. Make goals for you. If you're wanting to do massage, research the schools. Don't just go with the first school. If you're blind, if you're visually impaired, make sure you get all your accommodations. I don't know about DARS or TWC or whatever your voc rehab is. I don't know how they are now. I know a lot of stuff is getting cut back.
Yeah.
But back when I started, I ended up getting a small business grant. They had a small business program where they helped fund some of my supplies, like lotions, to get me started.
Oh, nice.
So there's programs out there for you. I'm sure they're still out there. Ask about them, and go for it. Just make sure that if you are blind, if you are visually impaired, reach out to some mentors, reach out to people who have done it, ask them. I have people ask me all the time, people email me if they hear me on the podcast, or if they see me in organizations, they email me, they ask me like, hey, what do I need to do? What kind of research do I need to ask? What questions do I need to ask? How is the pay rate? How is, the work? Like, I'm a mentor. I'll be here if anyone ever needs any help, or if you think about doing that. Like, I'm just a email or a text or
a Facebook call
or a Facebook message away. Yeah, I would love to give back.
That is awesome. Well, it has been a pleasure. Some of this I knew, some of this I didn't. Right. It's always good to know new things. I didn't know you had a business coach. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I had a business coach. I had 2.
I just thought you were just, you woke up like this.
Oh no.
But that's really good to know. It was a pleasure talking to you. Although I talk to you every day, but talking to you in this setting.
Yes.
So that would be our episode. We will be jumping into small business, and we featured one of our own. Which is Vic.
So if you guys are here in Texas, or if you come from out of town, I just had people come from out of town and get a massage. So if you are in for a vacation, or in for any type of convention, or if you're down in Dallas, come and check us out. Like,
yes.
You can come check me out. You can go to my website if you're visually impaired. If you're blind, you want to check out the website just to kind of see on like how I did that. I created my whole website.
Sorry.
I didn't the first time. The first time I paid for someone to do it when I first got started. But now I'm able to do it myself, and I did all that. I wrote everything up. I created it. And my website is www.majestichealinghandstx.com. Honestly, she didn't ask me one question. That question is how did I come up with my business name?
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'm sorry.
I've had a couple of business names, but Majestic Healing Hands was my first business name. My clients came up with the name, and it's my Texas clients, so shout out to my Texas clients.
Ooh, they're awesome.
So
that name just fits.
The reason why I came up with that name is because my clients told me that I had majestic hands, like I had majestic healing hands.
And majestic meaning magic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And so I was like, that's what I'm going to name it then. So I named it that. I got the LLC, took it to Pennsylvania, and that was my name. So when I moved back to Texas, I
tried a new name.
Didn't work.
Didn't fit.
It just didn't fit. And I needed to close out my other LLC, so I had to dissolve it. And so I was like, you know what? I was talking to a lawyer, and they told me that it would be better to just, if I wanted Majestic Healing Hands, just add TX to it, and I could just do a whole nother LLC, and it'd be okay. So that's what I did. So now it's Majestic Healing Hands TX. And yeah, so it's majestichealinghandstx.com. That's my website. You can check it out.
And she also has an Instagram.
I also have an Instagram. I also have a Facebook page. You can check that out as well. I've been involved in so much stuff lately that I haven't been updating that page, but I will. And yeah, I do all of my own booking. I use certain platforms. Not all the booking stuff is accessible with VoiceOver or JAWS, so we're a little limited, but it is doable. And yeah, if you ever want to come, you can come check us out. My intro rate is 60 for a 60-minute. Normally it's 85. The 90-minute would be 90. Normally 130. So that's the first time client special. But I also run packages. Right now I'm doing 360 minutes at $180. And so you can get 360 minutes for $180, or you can get 290 minutes for that price. So if y'all are in the area, feel free. I have gift cards, all of that, all set up. What we do, what I'm going to be doing in the near future is getting another massage chair. I did have one, but I left it in Philly. Actually, I sold it in Philly.
You sold it.
Yeah, and because I wasn't doing chair massage too much.
Oh, okay.
But
well, now you've been requested.
Now being requested, so we're gonna be hopefully doing that with our lion events. So that's gonna be great, and I just want to get back to the community, honestly, and we're gonna be having chair events and stuff like that. So
stay tuned,
and all of my local our current listeners, I'll drop it here. I've been talking with my wife, because that's who I go to and that's who I talk to, even though y'all might not think we talk business, but she's here, she listens to me, and I run things off of her, and she's like, you're crazy, or yeah, you should do it, or
I'm very blunt.
Yeah. Or sometimes she's just like, no, I don't want you to do that, but let's just do it anyway. I'm the type of person that I don't want to have my head in everything, but I do want to, I don't know, after we lost my dad last year, it's going to be a year on Wednesday. I just felt like life was short, and that's when but I also took my grief, and instead of grieving and being sad, it was, hey, I gotta get things going, right? Like, I want to leave a mark on this world. I've always, when I first moved to Pennsylvania, I wanted to start a massage school for the blind, right? Well, I just never did that. I don't know. For some reason, it didn't take off. For some reason, I couldn't figure it out. Maybe that's a possibility. Maybe still. But what I want to do, and what I am going to do, my goal is to start a massage mentor podcast.
Woohoo! No, I won't be on that one.
So she might be a guest every once in a while.
A guest, and not a therapist.
Yeah, she's not a therapist, but she'll be here because she's my sidekick. She's my sidekick.
I'll be the one in the background.
Yes.
Giving you water.
Yes. But and it's gonna not be like long. It's gonna only be like some tips. I don't want to put it on this podcast because not everybody's massage therapist listens to this. So my goal is to, because I have a lot of therapists who reach out to me and ask me, what booking sites do I use? How did I set it up? Is it accessible? Can you help me set it up? Can you help me do these things? How do you market yourself? All these things. So instead of putting it all on this podcast, I am going to start another podcast. And I'll come up with the name. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to do like little segments on, maybe one day is going to be, what booking site do I use? How do I do that? How did I create my website? Packages that I do. How do I come up with the packages? How do you market yourself? All these things. What's kicking off for me? What's keeping money in my pockets? And all these different things. That's what I'm going to do the podcast on. So, and some of it's going to be paid and some of it's going to be free. Because people want to pay for me to talk to them. Like, oh, well, how much will you charge me to talk to me for an hour? Well, instead of doing that, why don't I record the podcast or episode so that way you have that content with you at all times? You
can always go back.
Right. So that is what I'm going to be doing.
That's a good idea.
That is a sneak peek, y'all. So if y'all know anybody who wants to be a massage therapist or even just business tips, they can reach out to me and stay tuned. And that is going to be next. Well, it's in the near future. In the near future, so. But yeah, so I think we're gonna wrap it up. You have any more questions for me?
No, I asked you. I asked you all the questions, but it was a pleasure speaking with you and talking to you.
It was a
Oh,
pleasure.
can you share a massage humor with us, or you don't have one?
A massage humor?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's close it out with that.
Let's see, a massage humor, y'all. So, I had one. What was it? It was
I'm putting you on the spot.
yeah, I'm trying to think of one. All right, so yeah, so I had this client, right? So this client comes in. I went to this client before I had pulled up at this client's house, right? I took an Uber there, everything like that. Was getting my chair out. Next thing, but before I went in, I was eating my lunch in the car, and this police officer came up, and I was about to get the chair out. The police officer came up, knocked on the door, on the window. Uber driver said that they were knocking on the back window. So I rolled down the window, and I asked them, can I help them? And they were asking what we were doing, like why were we just sitting out there? And they said that the lady across the street called because they looked like we were being suspicious. Because we were coming out with a massage chair, and they thought that, a massage table, and they thought that we were, doing something that we weren't supposed to be doing.
Oh my God.
And I told the officer that I was just going there just to work on my client because I was a massage therapist. And so they wrote me a citation because they thought I was prostituting.
I love that one. For those of you who don't know what massage humor is, she usually posts on Facebook every day.
Yes.
And it's from different therapists. And I guess either they experience or
we just make shit, or they saw, or we just make it up.
Yeah. I like that one. Hey, that had a little bit of my job in there.
Right.
Citation,
right? See? But, all right, y'all. Well, I hope that this episode is informational. I'm glad that she had a chance to interview me. I would not want to be interviewed by anyone else. No, I'm just playing. No, we are, we would love to visit your podcast.
Yes.
We're laid.
Wants us to.
Yeah, we're laid back. We're real, and you can have us both together, or you can have us separate. Whatever you like. Whoever. But we would love to do that, and we're also looking for sponsors. So if you guys have a business or small business or whatever you would like us to sponsor, we would love to do that, and we could talk about that.
And we can advertise it.
And we can advertise
it as one of our ads, because right now we ain't got no commercials. So
no, but that's okay. We're commercial free.
We are commercial free.
But I don't mind doing that. Even if it's a small business, we don't mind doing that. We could work something out where we can do that. And like I said, I hope that y'all love this episode. If you're looking to be a guest, if you want us to spotlight your business, we would love to sit down, talk to you about, your business, what you're offering, how you got into it, and things like that. So reach out. All right, y'all. We will talk to y'all later.
We are out.
We are out for the count.
Signing off.
Signing off today.
Good night.
Good night.
Speech on. Pause.